Hey guys, before we begin, let's play a game. Service is hidden throughout the video in 5 different locations. The first person to comment all 5 correct locations gets their choice of having a shout out in the next video, or they can have request a video that gets priority. Just make sure it falls under the video series I'm making and it's not lazy. Good luck viewers. I will wait a week and if no one spots all 5 by then, I will reveal their locations. Anyways, onto the video. How on earth did this happen? I know how. From the wonderful support from those who view and support the channel. To celebrate such an occasion, we're doing a second Q&A video. I've asked you guys to send in any questions you might have. Let it be for me or the other characters, so, let's begin. NTAGV 2005 asked 3 questions. What's my favorite song? So I really don't have a favorite song. I enjoy all kinds of. Rebellion by Linkin Park. There is no competition. In the End by Linkin Park is a close second, but Rebellion is my favorite. Seriously, go take a listen real quick and turn up the bass. It's so good. What's my favorite anime? Probably Dragon Ball. I don't really watch anime all that much. I did watch some of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and I think that's a pretty cool anime. To Fred, do you really love giving people concussions?
Oh, it just makes me tingle all over.
Right. Too Happy to Live asked 3 questions. Maeve, what's your favorite type of gun and or weapon?
That's my favorite weapon.
What?
For Velma, Daphne, and Fred, what are your dream pets? That doesn't include Scooby.
What?
I've always had such a fascination for cats. I'm convinced they're more intelligent than we really think.
They are. They're literally plotting against us.
Oh hush, Scooby.
I'm not really an animal person. I honestly think animals are disgusting and dirty creatures.
What?
Except for you, Scooby.
Obviously my favorite animals are those really strong and scary dogs. Yes, you are. You are the scariest dog on the block, aren't you?
I mean, yeah. Chihuahuas are scary as hell.
For Dora and Caillou, what was the nicest thing your parents did for you?
I guess it's when they took me to Dave and Buster's for my birthday. That was when I was 6. Before my troublemaking ways.
Oh, it was when my dad allowed me to use his grounding spirit powers and destroy half of Go City. It was more or less a training exercise, but man, it was fun.
Wait, you did what?
Kill a Coyote Guy 03 asked if I ever watched Looney Tunes as a kid. Yes, I have. My favorite character? That is a good question. Probably Daffy. Caillou and Johnson 2024 asked, what's my favorite song? That was already answered. What's my favorite food? Anything Italian. Have I ever used Sony Vegas Pro? I have not, and I probably don't plan to. Can I make Daphne more antagonistic? If the video calls for it. Caillou, has your dad ever done anything nice for you? And Dora, have you been nice to Gina despite your dislike for her?
My dad did allow me to help him at his job with torturing prisoners. That was pretty cool of him since he's very particular about who touches his weapons.
The only time I'm nice to her is if she leaves me alone. And I guess we can use the same answer from the last subscriber special. I did defend her from a bully because I'm the only one who's allowed to bully her.
Music Boy 234 asked Velma, if you ever had the chance to go back in time, where would you go and why? And what are your hobbies? And who would you hang out with for a day?
Probably far enough to when Leonardo da Vinci was still alive and check out his invention book. My hobbies include building and repairing computers. Always get your computers built from someone you can trust. And I would totally love to hang out with Coco Diablo again.
Mono Herald 55 is back at it again. This will be fun. Giovanni, why do you have a beard?
When Retro first created me, what about 11 years ago? Anyways, I had a beard. This was prior to my canon character having a troll version. When I was given a troll variation, his idea was to have features transferred to each of my versions. It's hard to explain without actually going into Retro's monster universe. And also, because I have a baby face without my mighty Viking beard.
Velma, what's your favorite video game?
I'm an absolute god at World of Warcraft.
Shaggy and Scooby, what's your favorite food?
So, have you not watched the videos or the other videos of our series from other Go animators that beats the viewers over the head about what we love to eat?
Scooby, be nice. Our favorite food is definitely the stuff from McDonald's.
Maeve, why do you think Daphne is annoying?
I blame the black feelings I've developed for her, and because she keeps harassing my darling Giovanni. I mean, he always butts heads with others all the time, so fighting with others is a normal occurrence, but she harasses him for no good reason. Is there a chance she's a racist?
Speaking of her, Daphne, what's your favorite meme?
Memes are lame.
Giovanni, can Leonidas talk like Scooby?
He can't. Lucy on Alternia can't all cat all. Of course, Leonidas and I communicate through special sounds and body language. Hey Retro?
Him?
This is the Go Animate universe. After all, why don't you just have Leonidas talk? We've already said fuck it to the Homestuck rules, so why not have the Lucy talk? It could be so much easier for you after all.
I'll think about it. Anyways, Rosie, do you and Caillou get along?
Yeah, of course we do. I think Retro wants our relationship to be like Disaster Squad's. We always butt heads, but we love each other.
Fred, when did you first meet Boris? And Scooby, do you still eat Scooby snacks?
I was giving Daphne a concussion for selling my van when Boris walked towards us one day.
Yeah, I do. They're pretty good.
What's my favorite animated movie? Beauty and the Beast. The 1991 version. The 2017 version was just a big disappointment. The Marquez Family. What's your favorite song?
Good question. Oh, the songs from Coco are really great.
Oh yeah, they are.
A very beautiful movie.
Zazula, how did you get your ability to read minds?
On Alternia, ceruleans are more often than not seen with mind powers, though not all of us have that power. We have them naturally.
This could be canon. It could be not. Ceruleans either have these things straight at birth or it develops over time, like puberty.
That's a horrible way to describe it.
Maeve, what's your favorite tea?
Depends what you mean, darling. Do I prefer a special kind of tea flavor or do I like a certain kind of blood with my tea? Either way, I prefer high case blood. They're rich and have a vibrant flavor.
How does everyone feel about Velma getting a season 2? I mean, I don't really care. I think everyone thinks that 2 looks like crap. Saber Sparks already did a video on it. He suffered for us, and from what he said, it's garbage. Fred, if you had to spend one day with Caillou or Dora, who would you pick?
Caillou. There's a good chance he'll be less annoying and destructive than Dora. He knows to be more civil about things. Like if a restaurant doesn't have something he wants, he just gets something else. Dora, well, if they don't have everything she wants, she goes psycho and destroys everything.
Finnegan Wells 9471 asked 7 questions. Caillou, do you and Rosie ever do fun things together?
Of course, our relationship isn't like the one you would commonly see on other channels. Sometimes we like playing on the GameCube together, or we go to the park.
Or we go and assault homeless people and fart in their mouths.
Sometimes we also do that.
Boris, do you have any other friends besides Fred, Elena, or even Giovanni?
Yeah, I have plenty of friends at the prison I work at. This is Alan and Russell. They're my close work friends. Sometimes we go to the bar just to hang out. But of course, I am friends with the other trolls. Maeve might scare the shit out of me, but I'm her friend. And hell, this big guy is my friend. How's the weather up there?
Next question. Fred, what made you so addicted to beer and giving people concussions?
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's just say he went through something traumatic. Next question. Dora, do you ever spend any quality time with your family?
No, I usually just go straight to my room when I go home.
Well, we do go out for dinner every Saturday.
I guess that's true.
Shaggy, have you ever had a girlfriend before?
Velma and I used to date back in high school, but we came to realize that we really couldn't work. We broke things off mutually and we don't hold ill will against one another, and we're still very close friends.
Turns out I'm a lesbian.
And I'm here to support you.
Thank you, Shaggy.
We here at RetroBarrage support the LGBT community, so any homophobic comments will feel my wrath. Next question. Daphne, do you use any other social media besides Facebook and Instagram?
In some videos, I stated I do use TikTok. I'm also on Twitter sometimes.
Velma, if Caillou or Dora were to bully you for your intelligence, what would you do?
I have 3 methods. My first method is to just ignore them. After all, they are just kids. Kids are nasty and rude. My second method is to sick Fred on them. Getting concussions will surely make them back off. My final method is getting Maeve to attack them. It might result in their death, so that's why it's last.
Twirl Angeline asked 2 questions. For Daphne, do you go into full Karen mode when you...
Well duh, I'm literally the most influential and beautiful social media idol. If I don't get everything I buy every time I go out, I will go into full rage mode. I'm obviously so important that everyone needs to bow to my breathtaking being, but of course, they don't respect me as they should, and I've gotten kicked out or even banned at some stores.
Next question for Scooby. What's your opinion on...
Shut up, I'm not done with my segment.
Fred. As I was saying, Scooby, what's your opinion on the God of Destruction Scooby memes?
There are what? Shaggy, get the computer. Holy shit, I wonder if I can tap into that power. Holy shit, it worked.
Wow, I wonder if your newfound powers can help me tap into Ultra Instinct.
There's still more, guys. Velma, in some artworks, you're depicted as Lord Scooby's angel attendant. How do you feel about that?
Oh my god, does that mean all those hours of watching Dragon Ball is finally worth it? Jinkies, this is amazing. Retro, are we making this canon?
Fuck it, why not? Just don't abuse your powers. I'm the Omni King in this situation, so I could wipe you all out in an instant. Floridian Lie 35 asked 1 question. Velma, would you get yourself a gun for self-defense like Maeve, and would Fred oppose the idea?
Who needs a gun when you're a tech nerd like me? I can build a death ray for self-defense. Thanks for being a test subject for me, Caillou.
Wouldn't be any different than what my dad does. Let's do this.
Shadowhunter 580 asked 3 questions. Fred, do you think the new Velma series should not have any more seasons?
Who the hell cares? Genuinely, who cares? Let's just not acknowledge its existence.
Maeve, why are you so angry all the time?
Now who said that? I'm one of the more docile trolls when compared to the others. I'm very patient and understanding. Now, if you're referring to all those times I've threatened to use my shotgun, it's because someone has pushed my buttons or tried hurting Giovanni. I am much nicer compared to Alkiza or Cecilia. I am more tolerant. I mean, I've been with Giovanni for 6 years and he has a bad temper, but I've still remained with him because I tolerate his temper. Not to mention, after what happened during the bowling tournament, I immediately regretted my actions. You don't meet a lot of trolls who willingly apologize without being asked to.
When will I leave the community? I mean, I don't know. That's such a weird question, honestly. So many things could happen that would make me leave the community. I don't know when I might leave. I don't know if I will leave. It all depends on what the future holds, but for now, just know my ass isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Charles Selix 203 asked 3 questions, 1 in a separate comment. What's my biological real name? If I gave you guys literally 3 different names you can call me, do you honestly think I'd tell you guys my biological name? Hell, I don't even go by my given name. Everyone calls me Marshall. Moving on. Does the Fred ending of the Jeopardy video fit in with the time travel video? Well, that ending isn't even canon, so it wouldn't fit in with any video, but let's say it is. If you remember, in the time travel video, they talked about the multiverse theory. The future in that video is different compared to the future we saw in the Jeopardy video, so I guess they don't really line up. Anyways, how would the troll romance video fall into the timeline if it was canon? It would be right before the bowling tournament. Fred mentioned to Giovanni about the date going well during the tournament, while in the troll romance video, he heard of the date and thought Giovanni was cheating on Maeve. Yeah, my videos aren't really in a correct timeline, but hey, what cha gonna do? Winnesota asked 8 questions. How far am I going to go with my dark humor? That's a good question. I would say it is darker than Samster5677's humor, but not as dark as compared to Road Animate or Dutchman 2. So let's say, I will do Punishment Day videos, because they're all cartoon characters, they can't feel any of it. It's all just for the giggles. But I won't do humor that is sexual or super taboo. But that's kind of vague. So my humor is in between Samsters and Road Animates. I'll make it dark but not super dark. I also won't do school shooting videos. I'm still angry about Parkland and Uvalde. Moving on. Doris, if Boris is a demon from outer space, are you one too?
No, I'm just a regular human. My kids, however, are part demon because of Boris's genes.
For me, a lot of the characters break the fourth wall. Does it make me angry when they do that like Deadpool? Nah. That shit is hilarious. It doesn't annoy me because, well, I made them do it. It's more or less just a small gag to get viewers to chuckle. Okay, for this question, do not use autism and autistic as an adjective for the videos in the community. That's like calling the videos gay. That's not okay. I understand more or less the videos in the community are less than good, but using autistic to describe them is not okay. Anyways, how do I feel about the potential of people getting angry or creating an outrage for making my videos the way they are? Let them get angry. If they want to waste time on the internet crying about how some fictional character that existed before they were born doesn't deserve the torment, that's on them. It's not going to stop me. Let them cry about it. Next question. How bloody or gory will I make the videos when the time comes, or if I get bored? I won't make any videos bloody or gory. Anything that involves bodily harm won't be shown. It will be implied it happened, but it won't be shown. Like, if Boris was going to stab a bitch, I probably won't show it but imply it happened. Don't want to get demonetized, you know. Next question. What editing software do I use? I use Premiere Pro to edit my videos, and I use OBS to record my videos. You can probably use a different video editing software if you don't want to spend $20 a month like I do. Next question. Do I plan on making other videos with different baby show characters? No, I don't. Dora and Caillou are iconic as they're the foundation of the grounded videos, so I rather use them. I don't plan on using other baby show characters because I want to keep my video series locked down to the Scooby-Doo gang, Dora, Caillou, and the Trolls. Too many different video series will overwhelm me. For the Marquez family, are they similar to Boris, or are they regular humans who have a hate boner for? I think you're using that word wrong. Anyways, they're all humans. I won't make the Marquez family outright hate Dora. They still care about her to some extent but just won't put up with her crap. And I believe that's all of the questions we have for this video. Thank you all so much for your questions and support. And thank you very much to my channel members. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, as it helps me in the algorithm and gets us closer to the next milestone of subscribers. Also consider becoming a channel member. Channel members will always get a shout out at the end of videos. They get access to content or behind the scene videos, and they even get priority when I ask for video requests. It's only $5 a month, and if you can't do that, liking and subscribing also helps very much. Okay, enough begging. I'll see you all in the next video. You guys have a good day.